Hello, dear friends. I hope you are preparing well and you are enjoying your life. So today in this lecture, we are going to discuss that how we should approach paper 2 part A, and it is very essential for scoring very good marks in our PSIR optional. So the key challenges we face while we are dealing with paper 2, as I come across your feedback, that it is very dynamic. There are several current development taking place, and we are not able to take a particular stand or keep tab on all these developments, and this creates several confusion in our mind while we are approaching this particular segment of our syllabus. So now how we should approach it, what should be our strategy, this is what I'm going to discuss in this particular lecture. So the first thing is this: what kind of questions UPSC has been asking from this particular segment. So let's just see this thing. Just briefly, we are going to see this. So, see, I will take those questions which are directly related to the current development, and they are creating those questions by integrating 1 and 2 themes. Fine. Let's see this particular question. Explain the non-traditional security threats in the context of food and environmental crisis. So now these questions, here we see non-traditional security threats. So now it is related to the changing nature of security, how the conception of security has been changing. So this particular question has been asked earlier as well. Now it is being repeated, but the dimension which attached along with this is the food and environmental crisis. So there is two themes, theme 2 and theme 1. So now this is the conceptual part and this is the current development part. So these two themes are being infused, and it is being given the shape of a new question. So this is what is happening nowadays. uh, Discuss the political socialization of open and closed societies. So now here the question is related to political socialization, and which is taking place in open and closed societies. So open societies, we are talking about liberal democracies, and closed societies are authoritarian societies. So in current developments, we see that how liberal democracy are treating their own populations, and what kind of development taking place in these authoritarian societies. Here we can take example of Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and other such countries. And in liberal democracy, we can take the countries from Western Hemisphere and India and other such countries. So now here focus is upon this particular dimension, political socialization, and it is related to comparative politics. So here we are dealing with this concept, and here, like whatever current development taking place in this theme, we supposed to integrate these two dimensions. Okay, now see this next question. The world currently has been in the throes of twin process of democratic backsliding and democratic backlash. So there are two particular concepts which are being again integrated to create one particular question, and this trend you will observe in different questions. I have already prepared that. Like this question: withdrawal of United States of America from the World Health Organization is said to have far-reaching impacts on global health. So now here we are seeing the first dimension, the first theme: withdrawal of USA from WHO. So how the multilateral institutions have been challenged by the US, the current US administration. They are withdrawing from several multilateral institutions, and how it has been impacting different arenas of global politics. So again, now how the existing WHO is going to tackle the global health related challenges when there is no US say part of this particular architecture. So the theme 1 and theme 2 integrated to create this question. So ultimately, this is what I wanted to tell you, that there are various themes and they are integrating these themes to create one particular question. So you cannot stick to one particular thing, that I will just see these developments in unidirection and then I'm going to deal with this. You have to have this approach, that there are these particular uh, development taking place, and you have this consciousness that I'm going to learn, I'm going to understand them, these developments, in such a manner that I can create a holistic approach while tackling these approaches. So let's come to this particular thing. Now, understand how we are going to approach it. I am creating various segments. Okay, I am creating various segments. Then I am going to show you that how you can interlink. So what happens in comparative politics? We can link with the other segments. For example, our IR theories and IR concepts. This is you need to understand. Now, let me tell you what are these segments I want to explore with the help of this particular syllabus of ours. The first is comparative politics. So first four topics comes under this particular segments, comparative politics. The second is IR theories, and IR concepts. In theories, you know, idealist, realistic, realist, Marxist, functionalist, and system theory. Concepts: national interest, security, power, balance of power. So these two segments comes under this particular head. Then we are having changing international political order and evolution of international economic system. Now I want to tell you this thing, that we are going to create two different categories for this segment of our syllabus. The first is going to be international political order. And now comes the interesting part which I want to discuss with you people. International economic order. Okay, so whenever any development taking place with respect to geopolitical related issues, we bring that under this particular head. And any development taking place in economic order, we are going to bring this under this head. And there is going to be interconnection between all these segments. This is what I wanted to share with you people. And then the next one is organizations, and this we divide into UN and regional organizations. That is the part of regionalization of world politics: EU, ASEAN, SAARC. These regional organizations comes under this segments. We can also add organizations like BRICS, SCO under the heading of organizations. And then remains the last one, that is contemporary global concern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 one is contemporary global concern. So this is what I want to tell you people, that how we are going to approach is understand this. Now this is comparative politics. We are going to see that there is politics politic like different kind of political system exist in various countries, and we are going to you know do some kind of comparative analysis that how these political systems have been working in different settings, and what we can learn and what we can apply interchangeably in those political systems. So this is the essence of comparative politics. Now here the essential part begins from this particular area where we are going to study different IR theories, and these IR theories and concepts we are going to apply everywhere in paper 2. This is very crucial, I would say. This is the lifeblood of entire paper 2. These theories and concepts, you supposed to use these in every single answer except comparative politics. Here you can use, but not prominently. So IR theories and IR concepts, this is the lifeblood of your entire paper. Now here we are having international political order and international economic order. This is very essential. The most of our developments we are going to put under these two dimensions: international political order and international economic order. Every single development taking place can be put under these two dimensions. For example, if we talk about Ukraine and Russia war, that comes under this. Iran war comes under this. Then uh, Israel and Gaza issue comes under this. Taiwan issue comes under this. Okay, so this is related to international political order. And then when we see international economic order, so uh, what is happening in WTO, that comes under this. Trade war or tariff war comes under this. Weaponization of interdependence comes under this. Currency war comes under this. Now the key thing we should be understanding is that there is going to take some kind of interconnection is there. We need to identify that, and we supposed to apply this thing when we are approaching any topic. Okay, so when we say that there is Ukraine Russia crisis or Iran crisis, so in Iran crisis we are going to see that how there is a weaponization of choke point, energy choke points by Iran. So when we see this thing, that how Strait of Hormuz is being weaponized in this particular context, so there is interconnection. We supposed to establish these interconnections, and when we are exploring this, we need to integrate IR theories and IR concepts. So this thing is going to revolve under these three major subheads. This is how we are going to approach. We must have command or theories and key concepts. Then when these development taking place, we have to integrate these particular theories and concept into these by interlinking between the international political order and international economic order. This is you need to understand. Now here in this segments, when we are talking about like any organizations, so liberal theories, we are going to apply liberal theories and liberal concepts in this segment, whether it is functionalism, neo-functionalism, and other regional and regionalism theories. We are going to apply that. So this is how we are going to approach it. And then when it comes to the contemporary global concern, so any development taking place in these areas, we put under this segment. And we also try to link with the IR theories. This is what is supposed to do. We have to integrate IR theories and concepts while we are exploring all these topics. This is very essential for you people. Understand this thing. So you cannot ignore this particular thing, and you cannot study these particular topics differently. You have to have this understanding that when you are approaching these topics, you should be having multidisciplinary approach and the holistic approach. So this is what I'm trying to say here. So when I am going to teach you different topics under international political order and international economic order, I am going to show you this interconnection. So this is going to happen when I explore this particular segment of our syllabus in upcoming lectures. I hope this made sense to you people, and this is how we're supposed to approach our paper so that we don't tackle these topics separately. We need to have this understanding that we have to have a kind of approach which is holistic, which is multidisciplinary, which reflect that we can see one particular development taking place from different vantage points. I hope this made sense to you people. And if there is any kind of confusion still remaining, we are going to discuss in these topics, and this will make things very clear to you people. Thank you so much.